My name's Scott, and in this video I'm going to review my experience with Tapo's first ever dual lens camera. I'll walk you through some of the features, I'll install it, and then I'll show you actual footage from the camera. This is the Tapo C246D with a fixed lens at the top, that's a wide angle, and the bottom one is a telephoto which rotates 340 degrees. I've had one of Tapo's single lens pan tilt cameras for a while now, but it has some limitations, so I was eager to try out the new camera. In total, I've actually got 10 Tapo cameras, including their doorbell cam, which I've been very pleased with. Well, let's open up the box and see what's inside. And the first thing I notice is this camera uses a USB-C instead of the traditional 9-volt barrel connection. This also comes with a bracket for the ceiling mount or wall mount. This is the camera itself. This is the position I'm going to use it in. But you can actually turn it upside down. It will sit tabletop as well. Like many Tapo cameras, it does have a memory card slot, so you don't have to subscribe to their cloud service. I used to have Google Drop cams, but of course they stopped supporting them, so that's what I'm going to replace with this new camera. The bracket that's supplied can either attach to the wall with up to 4 screws or to the ceiling with 2 screws. And in the box you'll also find this adhesive mounting template where you can drill your holes, and so I'm mounting it with the 2 holes, and it does come with both the plugs and the screws that you need. Now you can use their cloud service or you can use memory cards, and you can still access the footage remotely through the mobile app. My old drop cam used a micro USB port, so I bought this separate adapter which converts that to a USB-C just to make it easier so I wouldn't have to rerun the cable. So you just clip the camera onto the bracket, then just plug in the power cable and the camera will start up. And it goes through this initialization sequence where the movable camera, the pan and tilt camera, rotates 340 degrees back to center and then up down. So you really do get a great field of vision. By the way, one thing to point out, both of the cameras do have their own LED floodlights. Though I don't need them, I live in a suburban street with street lighting. I realized straight away that the fixed lens, the wide-angle lens, was positioned really badly, cutting off my entire driveway. Unfortunately, the mounting bracket doesn't have any up or down movement on it. So I manually installed a spacer between the bracket and the ceiling, and then it was only after doing that that I realized the fixed lens does tilt about 10 degrees, but it's still not enough, so the spacer was still necessary. And then for a fun test, so I wanted to test the movement tracking, so I walked in front of the camera, filming that with my phone, and then bottom right is what the Tapo camera with the pan tilt lens filmed. It's pretty good. So what's it like in practice? Well, here's some real video that was shot. Now you do get 2K streams from both of the camera lenses. What I've done here, just for the sake of this video, is I'm showing the pan tilt lens in full screen. And then in the corner, I've put the wide angle lens view. But these are 2 separate streams recorded in 2K. And in the app itself, you can choose to watch them together or inset and swap them around. So it's completely flexible how you want to view it. In the app, you've got full control over motion tracking. So it tracks people, vehicles, and pets. It is quite jerky when it moves the pan tilt lens. That's just how it works. However, compared to my other Tapo camera, the one I showed you earlier, that with the single lens that does motion tracking, I think this one is actually much, much better. You can see how quickly the FedEx guy runs in and then runs back, and the lens does a pretty good job of following his movement. Oh, that reminds me, there is one difference with some of the older Tapo cameras. This one does not have an Ethernet port. It is only 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. In practice, that doesn't seem to make much of a difference. My cameras work just fine on 2.4 Wi-Fi. Here's an example of people tracking, and you can see again it is quite jerky, and I think that's because it can only move the camera itself at 1 speed rather than, smoothly slowing it down to perfectly track the movement. But that said, it still does a pretty good job tracking cars, like this one, which I guess is going about maybe 20-25 miles an hour. This footage is shot shortly after sunset, while this is after midnight, but it's still showing full color for both lenses. However, this particular piece of video was 2 days after full moon, whereas this was 1 week later, and the pan tilt lens is in black and white, although the static lens is still showing in full color. Overall, I'm very happy with this camera, the Tapo C246D, their first ever dual lens camera. And, for what I paid, it's around 60 or 70 bucks. It's a great price for what you get. And if you're going to buy one of these cameras, I'm going to put my Amazon referral code in the description. It'd be great if you click that and buy it through there. I will get a small commission. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. I will reply. My other recent purchase was the Tapo Smart Wi-Fi door locks. So if you want to see what that one's like, check out this other video. Thank you for watching. My name's Scott. And if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, just hit subscribe.